Welcome to this episode of Ink It Up with Jessica TV. I'm Jessica Taylor, and in this episode I'm going to show you how to take one sheet of pretty 12 by 12 paper and turn it into 3 notepad covers. This is a cover for a junior size legal pad that has a little pocket in it, and also 3 cards to match. So let's go ahead and get started. I have some instructions that you can print out that show you the One Sheet Wonder template that I created for you. This is for a 12 by 12 piece of paper, just one piece of pretty paper, and I'm going to show you how to cut it up to create 3 covers and 3 cards. Then I also have all the dimensions on here for you, as well as some instructions. So let's go ahead and start by cutting our pretty paper. This is from the Festive Birthday Pack from Stampin' Up, and I'm just going to cut it into 3 4-inch strips to start. Each one of these strips is going to make 1 notepad cover and 1 card. So I'm going to put 2 of these strips aside and just show you how to cut one of them, and then you'll cut the other 2 exactly the same. So I'm going to turn this and I'm going to cut it at 7 inches. And this is going to be the decorative cover for my notepad. And then I'm going to be left with this 5-inch piece that I'm going to turn, and I'm going to cut it at 3 1/4 inches. This is going to be for the front of my card, and then this little 3/4 inch piece I'm going to put on the top of my notepad. So now the next thing you're going to do is score your cardstock to wrap it around your notepad. So you're going to start with 2 pieces of paper. You probably want to use the same color of cardstock for this, something that coordinates, but you're going to cut this down so it's 8 inches by 11 inches. And then this piece is going to be 8 inches by 3 1/2 inches. So we're going to go ahead, and this one, I'm going to use a 1 1/2 inch circle punch, and I'm just going to punch out half a circle, and that's going to create my little notch so that when I have my pocket, you can get things in and out of that easily. Next, I'm going to score my cardstock. Again, the directions you can print out, and it's right on there, but I'm going to do it at 5 1/16. That's just one little tick past the 5. And then I'm going to do 5 5/16, and that's just one little tick past 5 1/4. I could have done easier measurements, but I really wanted it to fit my notepad well. So that's why I used those little 16ths. So then the last score line is 10 3/8 inches. And that will get me done with the scoring. So now we're just going to go ahead and fold on the score lines so that this will fold around our notepad. Okay, and then this little flap here is where we're going to attach our pocket piece. So I'm going to put some tear and tape adhesive along the opposite edge from where I punched out my half circle, just right along the edge. And then I'll peel that off, and then I'm going to tape this onto the flap here. So I just want to line up the edges. Just like so. Then I'm going to put some more adhesive on the inside of this flap, a little bit at the top, a little bit at the bottom. If you don't have tear and tape adhesive, you're just going to want to use a really heavy, sturdy adhesive because you want your pocket to stay in place and you want your notepad cover to not fall apart. All right, so then you just take the backing off of those, and we'll fold it on the score line again so that our pocket seals. And there is the base of our notepad cover. To put the notepad in, I again use some of this tear and tape adhesive, but any sturdy adhesive you have will work. So I do top, bottom, and middle. And then if I can get the backing off, we'll just put this right in to the cover. Okay, so you just want to make sure that it fits on this back panel. And then the cover will fold around it like so. So then these pieces here, this is the front for the cover, and I cut a mat for it. So this mat on here, I also have it, is 4 1/4 by 7 1/4. So I'm just going to use some adhesive to put these together. I like to keep mine simple, so I'm not going to embellish this at all, but you could add ribbon, you could add somebody's name to the front. Just get creative with it. So I'm just going to put that right on my mat, and then put a little adhesive on the back of my mat, and we'll put that right on the cover. Okay, so there is my notepad cover. Then I have this little piece here that I'm going to use on the inside to just cover up the top of my legal pad and make it a little bit prettier. So I'll just put that right across there. And there, my notepad is done. So then I have this piece for the card. And again, the measurements are on this document that you can print out. It's a PDF. And I just have a pumpkin pie card. This is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2, scored at 4 1/4. And then I have a Melon Mambo mat that is 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. So for the sake of time, I'm not going to assemble this, but I'm going to show you the card that I already made. So I just wrapped some ribbon, after taping these two pieces, wrapped some ribbon around, and then taped it to my card front and added my greeting circle with dimensionals. So that's the card that you can make. Another way to give this as a gift is to package it up in a large gusset sello bag. You can put both the card and the notepad in there and just tie the top with some ribbon. So I hope that you've enjoyed this idea and that you will give it a try yourself. Thanks so much for watching.